Hello, everyone, and welcome back to CEVO TV. I'm Misled. With me is Dust Barrett. We are on map number 3 between Team SiNister and EnemyGG in your CEVO Season 7 main upper bracket finals. Map 3 will be the deciding factor. Winner takes all here, goes into the grand finals. It's Dust 2. You're witnessing a knife for sides. And it's pretty even. Now it's not even. Enemy gets their side choice.
Quad kill knife round, bro.
I saw him no clip, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he cheated. It was no clip. I watched him. They turned SV hacks on. Yeah, it happened.
It probably did. Either way, though, I mean, Dust 2, you got to think that some momentum. Yeah, the knife round doesn't really matter for one. For two, with I mean, you gotta think. You know, enemy's feeling pretty good about that. You know, after, like I said, the poor first map, the poor start to Inferno, to still come up with the victory there. It's got to feel good if you're enemy. And it also has to be frustrating if you're SiNister to, like I said, if it wasn't for one key mistake, I think that second half goes completely differently. So they definitely have to be frustrated with that, to not close it out in 2 maps. But hopefully they can keep their composure here and we can see a good map 3 here on Dust 2.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have to see what happens here. I mean, SiNister absolutely mauled enemy on map number 1, 16-14. Enemy barely won map number 2, which was Inferno, 16-14. So, it's, map 1 was not close. Map 2, very, very close.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would agree, like, Mirage, it seemed like enemy never really could find their footing, you know, after, like, the initial, you know, eco rounds and stuff in the first half. And, yeah, Inferno was still pretty shaky, but shaky for both teams, to be honest. But it was enemy who comes out just ahead there. And now we're on Dust 2. And like I said, curious to see. I mean, it was enemy who won the knife round. What side did they pick? I didn't get to see.
I didn't see either. We'll find out when it goes live. So
yeah, we will. I mean, Uber had like a big game there on Inferno, and he could definitely be a monster for them entry fragging here on the T side of Dust 2 for certain. See how Kusta's op's going to do up against Sin. Maybe they don't take direct duels if, you know, each op goes in a different position, but definitely a map where the ops from each player can be a big deal. I mean, Gormango and Todar and Mainstream, those 3 guys are also just fragging really well so far, this best of 3 series for that team. So it's really going to come down to can ZNF pick it up? I mean, Uber obviously played well. Let's just see. I mean, both teams have a pretty equal number of fragging potential, I think I'd say, for at least what I've seen so far this series and what I've seen from SiNister in previous games. So, yeah, I mean, pretty even sides. Let's see who edges out.
So round 1 about to start. Team SiNister will be your CT-sided team. Enemy will be your T-sided team. Let's see what happens here on this pistol. We've seen pistols go both ways tonight in pretty rough fashions for both teams. And let's see who comes out on top of this one. SiNister, wow, they have a ton out in middle right now. What are you laughing at over there? What are you laughing at?
You made like 3 sexual innuendos in the same sentence, so it finally got me. So sorry about that here. It's enemy gonna try to make their way up the long A. They got the bomb, but oh my goodness, Adil just laying them out with that USB.
So Kusta and Uber are gonna be the last 2 left alive. There goes Kusta. Now it's all up to Uber, getting flanked here. Gormango picks up the shot, and Sin will take that pistol round away from enemy. And back to your initial point. Apparently I'm that good because I didn't even realize I was doing it. It just happened.
Did it again. You're just that good, man. Something about going both ways and then being on top were 2 of the 3. I can't remember the 3rd one now, but you were just firing them off, man. I guess it's just in your subconscious now, man. Like
apparently, I'm just hardwired that way.
You are, man. You really are. But either way, it is SiNister who comes up with the pistol round there. As you know, Team Ace, everyone got to kill that round. So definitely a great effort all around there. And enemy, you know, they will buy up. They had armor, they upgraded pistols. I got the scout onto Uber, so putting a pretty decent investment here. You see, SiNister getting very aggressive on Cat with a deal and Sin. Also, good quick rotation positions as well if the B hit does come in, which it looks like it will momentarily.
They're going to run directly into Gormango, just trying to spam partially blind, hits 2 shots. Mainstream is right there. Finally gets one with the MP, looking to find the other player, which is Kusta. He will back up into the tunnels. Sin will end up getting him from behind, and that is going to be 2-0 in favor of Team SiNister.
There are few things as suicidal as running through a smoke on B tunnels on Dust 2. Especially when someone's playing that back plat and he's got like someone door or whatever with them, and then you add the fact that you're on like basically a 4 spot with just pistols. Yeah, it's just that's just running through the blender basically. And so it is SiNister off to the 2-0 start, and with Enemy kind of putting all their investment early in that round, obviously pretty much a full save here, and another B rush coming in, and SiNister cleaning it up, and we'll move on to the opening gun round with SiNister with the 3-0 start.
Yeah, Uber did find himself a frag, only able to get one before he got taken down. But doesn't really affect too much here. SiNister with a great economy. Enemy's going to have to buy out into this one, see if they can change the tide on the gun rounds. But SiNister, let's see if they can hold on here and play like they did on map number 1.
Yeah, we'll see here. I mean, the first gun's coming out here for Enemy. Like I said, Uber playing a great T-side Inferno last map. Definitely could see him be big with the AK. Obviously, Kusta's op can be quite useful in opening things up. He will take a B pick this time around, and man, does he find it really fast on the Gormango. And that's a good start here for Enemy. They already have a pick. They already have a man advantage very early in the round. Let's see what they can do with it, or let's see if SiNister can recover. So far, shifting some numbers into mid to try to make up for that. But otherwise, things kind of slowing down.
They do have that 5-on-4 advantage. That's Enemy, I should say. Point that out with the 5-on-4 advantage here. So they're just still kind of stacked up towards mid and lower B at the moment. 2 now going back to upper B. The bomb is in lower. There's Sin taking down Anomaly at the long house. Able to get that shot. That's going to help. That evens it back out at 4-on-4. And oh, Todor has a good chance here unless Kusta can get another amazingly fast op shot off. Not going to be able to. Smoke goes down. And Enemy kind of looks at a loss here. Trying to figure out where they really want to go. And it looks like they're just sending someone and 2 people with the bomb into the B bomb site. Uber goes down after getting a nice shot. Smoke is out. Molotov in the way, though. Todor's going to go on the peak. Ends up hitting the first one. Gets sprayed down by Ryu on the second one. And ZNF right there. I believe he got spotted. He should have been spotted. Doesn't matter, though. Gets taken or ends up taking down a Dill. Now it's all up to Sin. He's going to be 1v2. Has the op in his hands. Does he go for this? He peeks. Ends up hitting the shot. Now he's looking towards tunnel. He's only got 1 player to beat, and that bomb is planted for tunnel. So what does ZNF do here? He's got to wait a little bit, try and listen for that bomb sound. Sin does have a kid on him, so he can take a little time, and this might work well for him. No, he's going to end up running, ends up picking up an M4. Will he get the shot? Can't bring it home. That's Enemy picking up the first gun round.
Yeah, that was kind of a roller coaster ride, though, right? I mean, things started off so low when Kusa got that opening pick, but then you see SiNister kind of start bringing it back. They even got it into a 3-on-3 before it was all said and done, but ZNF catches a good pick there in mid. You see them with that able to get that bomb slipped in there into the B bomb side, but it still came down to that wire of the 1v1 there, and Enemy comes out just ahead, and so they will get their first round. SiNister still being able to put together pretty much a full buy, except for Gormango, who's on the 5-7. Of course, everyone at Enemy is going to have, those AKs at Galil on Anomaly. And let's see how this rides out, man. I mean, like I said, a very back and forth round, that round. Very, very tight, as we are seeing SiNister commit a lot over here to Cat. 3 players Cat long, completely given up. And because of that, Enemy do take control of that area of the map. And we'll just see what they can do with it here. Or is SiNister going to be able to kind of backpedal and hold off that crossing?
So now we have Todor. Gonna be trying to watch anybody trying to get across. Flashbang goes down. He's completely blind. Easily picked up by Uber. Now they have a bid to that A-bomb site. 2 are gonna be on catwalk. There goes the Dill. Sin almost goes down also. Gormango fighting from CT as Anomaly's gonna get a flank off here. Mainstream, he's gonna try and run away to go for the save, but Anomaly's able to catch him out. But now they know where Anomaly is. Let's see if they try and team up on him and take that gun away from him. And they're going to go in that direction and watch and see if he gets a little too aggressive on his peak. He will go for the peak. But Sin not ready to hit the op shot just yet. So they're going to exit down towards... Oh, man, they're actually going to split up now. Now they're going back together towards T-spawn. Much smarter play. Still going to try and hold on to their rifles and go for the save, though. ZNF has worked his way all the way in T-spawn. And Sin is right there around the corner with the op. This could get bad very fast if ZNF. Flashbang comes out. Sin completely blind. Gormango going to try and clean this one up. He gets it, grabs the op. Just barely going to survive here. Kusta's going to come around the corner. Can't Kusta get him? No, Kusta goes down. So Gormango will be able to recycle the op and save it for his team. So not 2 rifles saved, just the op. That's Team SiNister's lead is shrinking to only 1 round now.
I mean, Enemy, though it's been close rounds, they've been able to get the last 2. They're getting their bank established. Meanwhile, like you said, SiNister just sitting on this 1 op. See what they're going to do with it here. It's going to be on Sin, the usual name that you expect to see have the Op in his hands. He's going very, very aggressive, Cat, trying to look for this mid pick, which is something we do see Operas do time to time on this map. He'll step out, but oh, Anomaly just cuts him down, and that Op won't be able to be recycled either. And so that's just the one gun already down and out of play here for SiNister, and that just plays right into Enemy's hands.
Uber's able to take down Todor, still trying to fight. Can he get the next one? He will take down Adil, and that's going to make it a 5 versus 1 with Gormango at 77 HP. Down in mid near Xbox now. Anomaly finds his head, takes him down. That's Enemy tying things up at 3-3.
Right on. I mean, really good recovery here for Enemy to be able to win the last 3 rounds after, losing the pistol in the following 2 to just respond right back in a big way, put SiNister's economy in a tough spot. And in fact, it's looking like they're going to have to take another save here on the SiNister side. So really, really good news here for Enemy. And I just have to say, Uber just carrying over, doing the work he was doing on Inferno towards the end of that map. He's brought it over here to Dust 2. He's been very excellent on getting these entries. As well as, everyone else is pitching in a bit too, but it's really been Uber. It's been kind of the face of this team lately.
So damage going out in favor of Team SiNister, doing some good work with the pistol so far, taking Uber down to 17, Kusta down to 72, Gormango only down to 74, and Sin at 86 right now, so 5-7s coming out, and they're working well, 3 of them, and a P250 and a CZ75 in the hands of Adil. Let's see, they do have a stack kind of over here at the A-bombs. They have 1 long, 2 up at the site. Completely blind will be Sin. He gets taken down, but a good dink comes out from Todor. Can he collect the frag? Not able to make that happen. Oh, Mainstream just took some damage from his own teammate right there. And Kusta waiting at T-spawn hits that shot. Adil fighting. Gonna run out of ammo pretty quick here, though. He's got to be careful. Trying to get some shots off. Hits another one. And he's so low on pistol ammo. Ryu takes him down. That's Enemy taking the lead 4-3 over Team SiNister now.
Yeah, 4-0 here, and I mean the double eco certainly helped in that though. Guns now going to come back out here for SiNister. Sin going to have that op. Everyone else on the M4s. So let's see what can SiNister do now that they've been able to buy back up. Can they contest this? I mean, Enemy have just been able to work the map well. You see ZNF and Ryu really starting to come alive. Uber's been great ever since like the second half of Inferno. So. I mean, there's a lot of things starting to work out for Enemy now. They're doing a great job. It looks like they're putting a lot of emphasis over here on the B side this time. Uber, once again, going to be the one to lead that charge. Smoke comes out, though, from Mainstream. This is going to slow things down at least for a little bit.
So now into round 8. Back onto a full buy will be Team SiNister trying to keep this match close if they're able to. They do not want to allow Enemy to run away. I mean, that's 4 in a row for Enemy right now. And they're going to be on max loss bonus here if Team SiNister loses another round. And Enemy doesn't really care at this point. They're taking control of this game. Let's see if they can hold on for another round in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, they're transitioning the cat because they got slowed down at B. And, they see have a lot of numbers trying to come up this catwalk here. You see the smokes going down on the A-bomb site. They want to block off the site and be able to plant for cat. But, I mean, they're not actually pushing with this. They're causing a lot of rotations, though. This is actually maybe a fake. No, they're just coming out a little bit later than anticipated. And Gormango, this allows him to rotate. I think they just waited too long to execute A there.
Yeah, so now it's all going to be up to Anomaly. 1v5 at this point. Bomb down. Great location for Team SiNister. They pick that round up. They make it 4-4 now. And I'm curious if we're going to have the exact same thing we saw in Inferno, where it's just pretty much going back and forth all the way down to the end, hit the final round of regulation, and one of these teams will win 16-14.
Yeah, did something happen that we missed or that I missed? Because it just seemed really weird how they just they threw all their smokes to go A, and then they didn't actually hit it until the rotation already happened.
I think there was a Molotov that went down in front of them on catwalk.
Okay, that would explain a lot.
I would have liked Anomaly rotated back so hard.
Yeah, that would have been nice if they would have kind of had a read on how heavy that rotate was, so they could have just hit mid to B after they threw all those smokes. Maybe that's something they'll look at later now that they've seen how fast that rotation was when they threw those smokes. But yeah, I mean that's a good call, by the way. I didn't see that Molotov, and that definitely hurt then, because that means 2 nades stopped Enemy completely that round. The power of grenades, guys, out there, stop both rushes Enemy were looking to do early round and late round.
Mainstream able to pick up the frag onto Ryu, and Uber goes down to Gormango. Wow, I called him Gorman. that's interesting. But yeah, so SiNister. What's that?
Nothing. Keep going.
Yeah, so SiNister looking to regain the lead here. And Todor is able to take down Kusta, so ZNF low on HP. He's out of the way. It's all up to Anomaly at long. Tries to hit a shot onto Sin. Now they know exactly where he's at. They have the bomb down. They can easily cover that, and that's going to force Anomaly to drop into the pit. He's not even able to escape yet, so he's just thoroughly locked in right now. Yeah, we'll try and go for a little bit of an escape, but he's getting flanked pretty hard here. And I don't think he has a chance to save this rifle unless he can be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's just so unfortunate. I mean, Enemy looking for that heavy B hit, got slowed down by a smoke. They try to transition to a heavy cat hit with the wall of smokes on the site, which can be a very dangerous execute. I mean, it blocks off everyone. It allows you to plant for cat, which is like a really hard position to retake from, because like your main retake point would be cat and everyone's loaded up there. So it's definitely like a really cool take, but you know, another nade comes in to prevent that as well. And Enemy just kind of gets trapped in those situations, and now all of a sudden SiNister, because of that, puts a couple of rounds together in a row. They've taken the lead back, and they have Enemy on just the Tech 9s and an AK here. So and now the double op setup in effect for SiNister. We're going to see Todar with his op over towards A. Sin is actually as well, so kind of weird they're keeping them together, but let's see how it works out.
So Execute coming out mid right now, getting completely shut down by Team SiNister. As bomb's going to be down out in mid. It's going to be a 4 versus 2. Anomaly goes down. Uber's able to find a shot onto mainstream, but they know where he is now, and they know where the bomb's at, so all they have to do is pretty much hold here. Sin's just waiting for anyone to step to the door. It misses his initial shot. Uber's right there, but he's getting pinched from Adil and Todor, so he goes down, and that's SiNister up 6-4 over Enemy.
Yeah, like now it's 3 rounds in a row here for SiNister. Of course, that round was a bit of a save for maybe just, you know, kind of the Tech 9s and such. They'll be able to get AKs out now, and we've seen Uber be pretty excellent. And like I said, ever since the second half of Inferno, so let's see what he can do with that AK, see if he can get back into the groove of things here. But that double op setup could be tough to contend with on this map. As, like I said, once again, both of the ops playing towards A. Todar holding it from Goose with an op, while Sin's playing long with his. So once again, kind of different to see them paired together like that. Typically, you kind of see 1B, 1A, or 1 mid, 1A. So a little bit different look with that double op, but we'll see how it plays in effect here on this next gun round. As we do see Uber and Kusa kind of loading up the mid, and I mean, this is a 3-1-1, so this mid and B is actually quite vulnerable, and Enemy does get the pick at mid.
Yeah, Ryu able to take down Gormango after he got some good damage off on Kusta. He's only rocking the Rec 9 at the moment, and let's see what they end up wrapping this. It looks like they're trying to go something heavy mid, and it should be a mid to B as the bomb has got to work its way back up into B tons. Oh, but the number 4 man. Here comes Mainstream trying to push in. He's going to wisely back off out of there. Smoke comes out mid, so now he's going to try and hide himself in the site and be prepared for this mid to B that is assuredly coming right now. Drops a Molotov now, possibly going to peek, looking to see if he can find anybody. There's players already all over the doors. It's going to be a tough one. Tries to push his way out, but Ryu is able to take him down. That is going to be a bit into that B bomb site. They'll get it planted. It will be 5 versus 3, and a 3-man save coming here from Team SiNister.
Yeah, that's kind of the trouble with having both ops on the A side of the map. For one, you know, you have your ops together, so if they don't actually hit A, then they don't really have much of an impact on the initial takes. And then for 2, very, very hard to retake with 2 ops on the B bomb site, and which is why a lot of the reason I think that they're actually just kind of sitting back and saving these so early. And also just the position that SiNister had once that mid pick went off. I mean, that's just one guy by himself having to cover mid and B, because like I said, the other 3 guys are blocked off by smoke CT spawn. Enemy also actually kind of committed some Molotovs into the CT spawn to even further hold off rotations there. So that was a big commitment that helps out, obviously. And there you have it. Enemy, you know, fighting right back here. They have it 5-6. They're looking to try to tie up this game. I'm curious to see if they spread the ops out now that they kind of got caught like that.
So will Todor and Sin go to different directions this time? And it looks like they're going to stay together at the A bomb site. One will be watching the catwalk, and one will be trying to watch long, but he's actually going to have to fall off long. Go to a less than well, no, he's going to go on the full rotate here, actually. They feel like it's going to be a B hit right off the bat, so they're going to actually put 1 player down into CT, 1 in mid, 2 in the B bomb site.
Sin's watching the long cross with an op while Todor watches long A with the op Goose. Like, what in the actual heck is this? I don't even understand this. They're both peeking long A with ops. Am I, like, crazy?
No, I don't.
Why does he need to watch the
understand
cross while Todar's watching it from Goose? I don't understand.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but it's what
Like,
they're
yeah,
doing.
Todar's
So.
watching Pit, and since okay, I'm done. I'm at this point I'm just getting redundant, but it's really weird. Sin is finally rotating off to kind of watch mid though.
So now, still on a 5-on-5, no damage done yet to anybody on
They're
either
still
team.
doing
Time is, yeah, time is ticking down quite a bit. Mainstream's going to try and peek here. Anomaly's right there. Sees his shoulder, tries to step out, ends up hitting the shot. Anomaly got a little bit too wide there. Mainstream punished it for it. And Todor will hit a shot onto Uber. Now they're going to be trying to rotate back and watch Catwalk. ZNF drops all the way down in the smoke. Hits the first shot. Can he get the second one? No. Sin will finally take him down. And drops back into the safety of CT spawn. They know the bomb is there now at the A bomb site. Kusta knows he's got an opening. He's going to be able to get it planted in time. They're going to be trying to hunt for him. Kenny gets a frags here. Hits the initial one. Can't take down Sin. Actually, Sin ends up jumping for that shot. He was looking towards Gormango. They will get a defuse. And SiNister will go back up by 2 rounds here. The score will be 7-5 over Enemy.
Yeah, I mean, SiNister slow to pull out the round there. Sin does pull off a couple of op shots, and, you know, everyone else besides Gormango also chimes in, so well done there. But still quite odd that they spent 30 seconds with 2 ops staring at long A together. Definitely, like I said, I think they'd be well better off spacing out those 2 ops, or at least not both committing to watching the exact same thing with them. Either way, it didn't want to matter. They still win the round, of course, but I think they could just make things a little bit easier on themselves and make those ops a bit more useful, doing something a bit different with them. And nope, still kind of doing the same thing. The Todar's kind of watching Catless and watches long, and this is allowing them to get more numbers towards the mid and D with rifles, so that's helping them out a lot. And the deal does shut down the initial mid take. Really well done.
So it's going to be a 5-on-3 now, as we only have Uber, Ryu, and Anomaly left alive here. Trying to fight against the Dill, Mainstream, Sin, Todor, and Gormango. For those of you just tuning in here, this is do or die for both of these teams. It's the 3rd map of a best-of-3 series between Team SiNister and EnemyGG in your CEVO main upper bracket finals. Winner will go on to the grand finals. Loser drops down the lower bracket. Still has a chance to work their way in, but they will be doing it from the lower bracket, which is going to be a lot harder to get through at the moment with a lot of good teams down there at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I really do kind of feel that whoever loses this series is going to wind up coming back up to the grand finals. But let's see how this round plays out here. Enemy in a 2v3 now, and Anomaly cutting off the C3 rotation, but oh no, Sin will actually grab him instead. Uber all alone. He's been great entering, but not going to find this time a deal with a 3K round. We saw him really kind of kick things off with that double kill at middle, and then he closes out the round with that last one. So well done here. SiNister taking the lead on CT side at D2 in a pretty decent way, and they're forcing Enemy to save here, which even builds more upon that. So this is really good stuff.
Shot looking good for them into round 14. They should be able to mop this up. And actually a pause is coming out here from SiNister. A little bit close there to almost ending that freeze time. But pause does come out. EnemyGG is going to be upgrading their pistols and trying to make something happen here on the eco against Team SiNister. I mean, SiNister's already won the half here. The best Enemy can do is win these last 2, make it 8-7. But it looks like more than likely we're going to be staring down either a 10-5 half or a 9-6 half in favor of Team SiNister.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like a back and forth half early on. You know, you saw SiNister take the pistol, get that 3-0 start, but then Enemy took the opening gun round, did 4 in a row themselves to take the lead. But then it was, you know, SiNister right back with 3 of their own, and Enemy has fit 1 in. But, you know, these last 5 rounds, 4 of them have gone to SiNister to have that 8-5 lead. So, you know, towards like the middle of the half, it has been SiNister who started to be able to pull away and get a pretty solid lead here. And, you know, it's once again Enemy forced to take kind of another save here. I mean, sure, they'll get Tech 9s and stuff like that, but they're basically going to have to just get out their full buy in the last round of the half. And, you know, this is allowing SiNister really just in these last, I guess, what will be the last 7 rounds of the game, be able to take a pretty solid lead.
Yeah, so now we're just waiting for Mainstream's lag to go away so we can start this thing. And it looks like it's coming back down now, so we should be able to start this hopefully soon. Yeah, it's coming down by quite a bit, so. And as I say that, it's just kind of holding now.
Yeah, hopefully that can be resolved.
It's still kind of going down, though, so we should be okay. No.
I'm just going to play guessing
Going right back up high. So I think what we're going to do, guys, we're going to throw this to a break while we wait for Mainstream's lag to go away. As soon as these guys get going back in round 14, we will bring the game back live. So bear with us. Hopefully this is pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, we are back live into your Team SiNister versus EnemyGG. I'm Misled. With me is Dust for Rent, and already Enemy trying to storm their way into that B-bomb site. Gormango able to get one before he goes down, but Enemy on this eco round looking good so far. Got 2 frags, only dropped 1 player to take the B-bomb site. They're still going to be able to get in there. They get the bomb planted now. It's going to be Todor, Adil, and Sin on the retake attempt. Adil goes down low. Now we have Todor right there getting flanked. They know one's out in the middle. They just got to find that shot. It's going to be tough for them, so they're going to commit and try to make their win. Todor is able to take down Kusta. Here comes Ryu coming up on the flank. They don't have a lot of time to work with here. They do have kits on their backs, though. And they're still worried about that one guy just being a thorn in their side at the moment. Ryu is able to take down Sin. He goes on the repeat. Can't quite take down Todor. Has to go in. And Todor low on HP. He's not going to be able to get away from this bomb in time. And he will die. And that's an eco round victory for Enemy.
And that's really big because SiNister, like I said, been able to win. But prior to that, 5 of the last 6 rounds. That's a really big turnaround there from Enemy to put that one away and at least keep this half close, because honestly, I mean, this map generally pretty balanced, but it is a slight T leaning for sure. And so, I mean, I really feel like Enemies wanted more out of this half than just the 6 rounds that they've gotten. But who knows? Maybe they can at least get 7 out of this. And that would still be a respectable half, and they could still make something happen with that. But let's see here. As we do go into the final round of the half, you know, right now, Enemy pretty spread out, just kind of default. But Uber has already been able to make it out on long A. Like we said, SiNister's really been super passive on long A. I'm surprised Enemy hasn't exposed it much more this half, but they might put it to use here and now.
Yeah, and so far in these games, Uber has been an absolute beast. Well, at least on map number 2, he was. Map 1, a little ineffective. And map 2 so far, he's doing pretty good. He's got the most frags on his team. And Mainstream right there trying to fight out against Ryu. Ryu will punish him from lower B into the B tunnels, though. That's going to open it up a little bit here. Gormango's going to go on the rotate. He's going to look for Ryu. He ends up taking him down, so no rotated to B tons. It's actually the terrorists trying to work their way up catwalk right now. It's a 4-on-4 battle. And Sin's able to hit the first shot onto Uber, take down the big fragger from Enemy, which is going to help a lot. They want to make this a 9-6 half in their favor if they're able to. But you still have Kusta with that op. In pit, ZNF and Anomaly are both up, spread between Catwalk and lower B at the moment.
Right, so we, like I said, last round of the half here, Enemy trying to see if they can at least find 7 here, but they're in a 3v4, so it's going to be tough. That bomb down at the back of Cat, ZNF trying to see if he can't edge his way out here, but he's going to meet a deals M4, and that's going to make it a 4v2. Kusta trying to work up long at the op, though he's found a couple of picks, and all of a sudden, once again, we have a situation where Enemy might be able to dig their way out of a hole and actually put a round away, and you can tell SiNister not happy about it here in the team comms at all.
So it's going to be a 2-man retake attempt. Sin is going to be trying to work his way through long. I believe he heard the pit player. Doesn't matter, though. Kusta takes him down, so it will be 2v1 now. With Kusta getting himself a 3K, it's all up to Gormango. Already up at the site looking for Anomaly. Finds the frag. Bomb is going to be planted for long, though, so he's just trying to peek out and get the shot off. Kusta actually misses the initial one. Gormango trying to play the angle behind the barrel. Can't get it, and Kusta takes him down. Gets himself a 4K to end the half. That's an 8-7 half in favor of Team SiNister, but Enemy caught up there at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was looking good for SiNister. At one point, they were up, what, 8-4, 8-5, something like that. And
yeah.
Then we see, you know, Enemy being able to put a couple of rounds there at the very end to at least keep it as close as possible, given the situation, 8-7. Yeah, I think Enemy still was hoping for more rounds down the T side. Like I said, you see a lot of teams being able to put up like 8 or 9 rounds on the T side, but 7 still, you know, workable. You know, especially they can win pistol and tie up the game immediately, and then from there, just maybe, you know, get a few gun rounds. They can still definitely have a good shot this game. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting if they're able to put it together here in the second half of things. But, I mean, man, I still feel like we're just going to have a super close map coming again here on map number 3, where one of these teams is probably going to win by 16-14, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be close no matter what. I think they're going to go back and forth relatively well again.
Yeah, I mean, Inferno kind of played out this way. This map so far, very reminiscent of that. So yeah, I think you're definitely onto something here. I definitely think this is shaping up to be quite a close game. It seems like no one can really like take an advantage and keep on to it. Like as soon as someone starts getting a few rounds in a row and starts taking control of the half, the other team just starts climbing back into it. And it's really been Enemy who's been the one climbing back in, you know, ever since, like I said, that second half Inferno, and it happened again here in the first
Yeah.
half of Dust 2. So that definitely is good for Enemy, but also just SiNister somehow just not being able to maintain control, always allowing Enemy to break through. And I think this particular half, it really kind of came down to that eco round victory that Enemy got. I think that was kind of the big turning point.
So now we're about to get live here in second half. Team SiNister with that 1-round advantage. Let's see if they can hold on to that. And so far, what we've seen, though, on these pistol rounds is explosive play from both of these teams. And it's pretty much dominant. One team wins the pistol round in dominating fashion over the other. So let's see if SiNister can hold on here and be able to get themselves another pistol round and hopefully turn that into 3 altogether.
Yeah, we see Kusa getting aggressive here at the Xbox, peeking lower B, just kind of edging in and out of there. He will peek again, spots one, but falls back. Good job by Kusa, not to just heavy commit to that. SiNister trying to smoke mid to B. I think they want to attack mid now based off that look they got from Kusa, and here it comes.
They're going to be able to work their way out mid, but Anomaly on the great flank here is able to take down Sin. And Uber will be able to get Todor out of the way. Mainstream is able to pick up one, but man, he's going to be all by himself now into a 1 versus 4 situation. Works his way onto the B plat, ends up getting taken down by Kusta, and Enemy will tie things up at 8-8.
Indeed, they will. Like I said, it was going to come down to that pistol. If they could convert it, then all of a sudden they're starting to get control of the game, and they are going to go ahead and start upgrading here. We do see Anomaly already picking up an M4, SMG out on Kusta, FAMASas and SMGs coming out. And we do see SiNister. They're going to get the Tech 9. They're going to get one flashbang on Gormango. So with that said, not sure they're going to like spread and work picks, or they're just going to try to explode something with that one flash with these Tech 9s and just try to push something and just hope for the best, as we do see them kind of gathering up here at mid. So maybe mid to B is going to happen once again.
So now ZNF right there trying to work his way in mid, try and get some damage. He does take or give some and take some himself. But Team SiNister trying to work their way out mid. Let's see what they can come up with here on an eco round against Enemy, who has officially tied things up. All they have to do is get these 2 anti-ecos off, and they will be up 10-8. But SiNister has been playing well, and we've been seeing a lot of rounds traded back and forth between these guys.
Right, as I mean, they still haven't really committed to anything just yet. They actually did work their way out mid, didn't really spot anything, so they worked themselves back through the doors, back to catwalk now, and that seems to be where they want to take things at this point. Todar going to be the one to lead the charge here with the P250. Does grab a pick. Kusa getting taken down very low as well here at the A ramp, but just that SMG, he'll pop out, but he goes out. And man, oh man, we have ourselves another kind of close round here. It looks like the bomb will get planted, but Enemy still has a man advantage on this retake.
Anomaly right there, able to take down Gormango. Now it's all up to Sin, and Uber comes in from Cat, takes him down. ZNF will get the defuse, and that's Enemy. Came down a little close. Anomaly was only at 1 HP there, but he was able to survive, end up taking down the long player and not lose his rifle. Otherwise, that would have been a 2-on-2. A little bit easier of a hold for SiNister to make happen, but Enemy getting that 1-round advantage.
Yeah, but with that bomb plant coming in, I mean, that means that the AKs are going to be able to be bought up here on the 3rd round, and there's a Galil on Gormango as well. We see 2 M4s and 2 FAMASas here for Enemy, and then 3 M4s now, as Kusa did just buy one up as well. So, I mean, they're well equipped for this. It's not going to be too big of a disparity between the 2 teams and the firepower that they have. You see a lot of emphasis here on long A for Enemy to start as they get set up, but I'm sure you'll see them kind of float back off that once they get one player in control there, which they start to do. So there's very, very classic D2 setup here that we see a lot of the top teams using. And what does SiNister want to do? They've loved to work this cat in mid so far, and it seems to be a similar story here.
So into round 18, Enemy with that advantage here by 1 round. They have the gun advantage, kind of. I guess not technically. It's 2 FAMASas. Whereas on the other side of things, SiNister's only got 1 Galil. But Anomaly trying to take down Adil, does some good damage there, but ends up losing the exchange in total. Goes down to 8 HP himself, where Adil only goes down to 73. Sin takes 2 somewhere on the map. And they're going to work their way up. Catwalk right now. Flashbang comes out. Ryu isn't going on the peak, able to take down Gormango. There goes Sin also, but Todor works all the way up towards Goose. He's low on HP, down to 11, gets taken down. They're trying to plan for Cat, but Adil with a great shot there onto Kusta. That's going to make it a 2 versus 3 now in favor of Enemy. We're having a lot of pauses coming out here from SiNister. I wonder if they're still having net issues.
Yeah, I don't know. They kind of keep pausing and unpausing, but Mainstream now in a 1v3 bomb down here on the slope. People just kind of playing whack-a-mole with him here, just showing a little bit of their head. He finally will get the kill on the ZNF. He's only got 13 seconds left, though, so he needs to make a play quick. And he just continues to work out. He's actually going to drop in the TP spawn. He won't be able to find it, though. Uber will take him out, and that's Enemy so far flawless here. Even with the early buys from SiNister because of the bomb plants, they're still able to hold it off. And they do take now a 10-8 lead. And let's see if they can maintain this. Can they keep control? I mean, this round, SiNister looks like they're going to be kind of in saving territory. So, great chance for Enemy to extend if they can keep their play up.
So now we are into an actual pause here. It looks like SiNister, everyone on their side, their ping is fine, but the pause is coming out from them. So I'm curious what we got going on here, but it doesn't look like ping is out of control for any of their players. Hopefully whatever the issue is can be resolved in a timely fashion so we can get things going here. But the score is 10-8 in favor of Enemy. And SiNister on their back foot now as they don't have enough money to make a good buy out of this. So it's probably just going to be some pistols coming out from them. We already see Todor buying one. And it should probably be, unless SiNister can come up big here on this eco round, be 11-8 in favor of Enemy after this round is over.
Right, yeah, exactly. That's kind of the territory that we're finding ourselves in at this point. And can they maintain it, though? I mean, Enemy have had so many struggles this series. I mean, obviously, Mirage was just a complete wipe. Inferno, they even had their struggles there on the CT side, but they've always been able to find a way, at least since, you know, map 2, on how to creep back into the game and stay a competitor. And even on Inferno, it obviously worked out for them because we're here on map 3 at the end of the day, or end of the night, whatever. As we are going to see Enemy, you know, fully bought out, safe from SiNister, just trying to overload that B, but oh my god.
The Molotov.
Yeah, and plus a nade came in, and then the nade did so much damage to Molotov, this finishes him off. So that, I don't know who threw that nade, but they just fed Uber, you know, 3 kills there on the fire.
Yeah, that worked out well for them. I believe ZNF threw the nade. The fire was from Uber.
Yep.
And he's already got himself a 4K into this round. Anomaly should be able to pick up Gormango here at long. Easily takes him down, and that's 11-8 in favor of Enemy, who's trying to get really close to that match point as fast as they can and not allow SiNister to really get anything going on in their favor. But SiNister back onto a full buy here.
Indeed, they are. Sin will have his op, AKs across the board for everyone else. And, I mean, we saw Gormango, Todar, and even Mainstream be really, really big on Inferno and Mirage as well. But they've had, you know, tougher times on this map. I mean, it's really been the guys from Enemy, and it's really been all of them. I mean, their frag distribution's so tight over there between, like, Uber, Kusta, and ZNF. They've really all put in some great work. And, you know, they're forcing... Look at this aggression, actually, in the B tunnels from Anomaly and Uber. They have a smoke up on T-side B tunnels, so they're really just exercising a lot of map control, allowing, you know, people at A to really be able to focus up there. And like I said, just gaining a lot of information.
Kusta able to get a nice op shot there on to Gormango, who was in the pit. So now we have a 5-on-4 advantage coming from Enemy. Bomb is actually down in pit. I don't know. Yeah, he can see that. That's on radar now.
That light's blinking. It's like a beacon of like, put your scope here. Put your scope here.
So now they know the bomb is down long. I'm surprised they haven't really rotated too hard onto this one. The bomb is thoroughly covered. Kusta has it. He can see it. And as soon as it gets picked up, he knows somebody's right there. The op is going to peek out, trying to fire off a shot. That's going to be Kusta taking down Sin. And now we have the bomb picked up at pit. Going to be trying to work its way back around into mid on Adil's back here. Todor's going to be working his way, or excuse me, Mainstream's working his way up Cat. Oh, great op shot comes out from Todor and long to finally take down Kusta. There's Adil getting one, but all the CTs are stacked here at the A bomb site. It's going to be a 3-on-3. ZNF does go down 3-on-2 now. Can Ryu go down? Mainstream's able to hit some nice shots, but Uber is there to trade it out. Make this a 1v2. Can he take down Adil? Ends up hitting the deep block. Gets pushed by Todor and goes down. That makes the score 11-9 in favor of Enemy, but Sin battling back.
Yeah, I mean, that's just enemy. Like, I don't know. Kusta had two really big options there to get the bomb down inside pit, even with one of them. So those were definitely two big kills from Kusta. But then he got up in a really exposed position. I guess he didn't realize that Todar had gotten left behind inside the pit, and so that was like an easy out kill for Todar. Then you see Mainstream working up the catwalk, and boom, all of a sudden, around where SiNister started way down with those two entries from Kusta on the enemy side, they bring their round back, and now it's once again staying a very tight game at 9-11. Both teams still fully bought here for the most part, though there is a FAMAS on Ryu and a Galil on Gormango, so still pretty equal, though. We do see Enemy trying to put some emphasis here on long A. Kusta being very aggressive with this op on the long doors. So is Anomaly with that M4, and they're doing a lot of damage here to Adil waiting outside. Those metal doors, man.
Oh my goodness. Adil goes down to 2 HP. That would have been great to pick that one up initially in favor of Enemy, but they did a ton of damage to Adil, so that one rifle is so low on HP. He basically, if he executes anywhere, he needs to hit headshots and avoid nades and Molotovs like the plague.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he took a lot of damage there. Those metal doors kind of saved him. If we were in a different time, a different era of CS, then he would probably be donezo right now.
Oh, 1/6 the first 4 would have killed him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even earlier CS:GO, before they put in these damn metal doors on Dust 2, he would have been done. So, being saved there from Volvo. And we do see SiNister switching out, audibling to this mid to B, but Kusa can see over that smoke, and he will be able to grab a frag. Enemy collapsing on this quite well.
Oh, but Kusta able to hit another nice shot as Todor picks up one of his own, so they will get the bomb planted in B. Todor's going to be 1 versus 3 now. It's going to be an op. And M4 and a FAMAS on the retake attempt here. Todor's ready for the first one. Gotta save that ammo. Hits the first shot. Kusta's right there behind Ryu, though, and ends up taking him down. So that's going to be Enemy winning a round. And so that's going to make that 12-9 in favor of Enemy.
Yeah, I mean, here's the crazy thing. Like, I don't know if you remember this, Luca, but like a while back, they had actually like patched smoke grenades and made them to where they weren't as big. Like the height of them were a little bit slacked
the
off.
size was a little smaller.
Right, and I think most people really didn't realize the impact it's had on the game, but I can tell you it's a huge impact now on these mid to B smokes, man. Like being able to see over the smoke now if you are on the right height of that slope, especially if you have an op. I mean, it's like you can't even safely hit mid to B anymore. Like teams used to be able to put a smoke on CT spawn and not really have to worry about that and just attack mid to B with no problem. The only real risk you had to worry about was maybe someone pushes the smoke, or maybe someone gets on top of one of the boxes in CT spawn. But now operators can easily just go from watching cat cross, take a few steps down the slope, and boom, you're looking over that smoke, and you can actually cover doors quite well, which means your people in B can just kind of focus on window and B tunnels. And that's had a huge impact on the game, which is why I think like Anders actually made like a little video where you have to kind of throw 2 smokes now in CT spawn at different heights to safely do it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it way harder to just be able to work your way directly up in the doors. We saw it work out there. Kusta ended up hitting 2 shots. One was a little bit more through the smoke, and one was actually on a player going directly through the door. So it worked out well for them.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this Kusta, those 2 op kills he gets over the smoke completely changes the dynamic of that round. Because SiNister initially getting out mid to B the way that they did and how they were starting to kind of put pressure on that B bomb site, it really was Kusta who kind of shut that down. Just looking over that smoke, that was really big. And now Enemy up 12-9, putting SiNister into saving territory. They have double op set up. It's looking really good for them.
So round 22 is about to begin. Team SiNister is going to be on an eco here, coming out with, looks like 2 Rec 9s and 3 CZs at the moment. They're going to try and gain some traction if they're able to. Actually, we see Uber with an MP in his hands. And, man, that's a rough look for Uber, but they should be able to mop something up here. He should be able to get himself a nice little secondary if he feels the need to trade it out. Gormango's going to rush right through the smoke with a CZ. Hits the first shot. Will escape. No, not able to get back through the doors. Ryu will trade him out. That makes it a 4-on-4 here. SiNister still trying to work something with those pistols in their hands.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to see if they can't make a miracle happen here. They do at least have an even 4-on-4 situation. They're working themselves out mid to B. Again, there is no one there except for one person B, but Kusta watching this cross with the op. Once again, he's able to get one. Ryu puts an incendiary on the door, forces him to go through the window. Very nice play there from him, but it still all kind of comes down to this guy in the back with the ZNF and can't get it done, and now the bomb will get planted.
Sin's able to hit that shot. Nade comes over the top. Sin does have an op to hold with here. It's going to be a 3-man retake attempt. 3-on-3 in this B bomb site. Kusta makes it a 3-on-2. But the lineup, Todor, perfect lineup for him. Pays dividends, hits the double headshot. Anomaly and Kusta down out of the way, but Ryu hits one of his own. Peeks a little bit too wide. Todor's right there with the Rec 9 in his hands. So SiNister will come back. Thanks to Todor getting a nice 3K. The lineup right there in the door helped out so much. But SiNister getting it on an eco round.
Yeah, and it was just also like ZNF getting boxed in. He had to worry about tunnels with that off at the back of B platform. Yeah, Ryu did make a nice play with the incendiary to at least stop them from being able to go up the doors and allowing ZNF only have to worry about his window. But like I said, tunnels was still open too. He still had to keep that in mind, and that helped SiNister out a load there. And then obviously, yeah, those kills from Todar, you know, puts the exclamation point on it and closes it down. And here you have it, 10-12 enemy now forced to save. SiNister an opportunity to close the gap here. It's one round.
Round 23 now. SiNister with the advantage here going against enemy. Sin has already taken down Uber. And yeah, as Dust just said, if they can hold on here, not get ecoed out by enemy, they should be able to make this a one-round difference between the two teams, make it a 12-11 game in favor of enemy. Then all they have to do is win another buy round off of that, and they should be golden. Oh, but Kusta, great silent USB shot to take down Todor. Dill finally trades him out, but still on the ramp will be Anomaly. They're going to plan safe here. Mainstream, oh, going to be working his way around, looking for ZNF. We'll find him at the car, trying to find out if there's anything else. But right mid, Ryu is going to, wow, doesn't get caught by Sin somehow. He should be able to get himself a gun here. And he will grab that gun as that player is still at the A bomb site. That's Anomaly. Low on HP. Gormango now takes him down. The Ryu with that op in his hands. He's going to rotate back away, try and save that for his teammate. That's a lot of money that they could save if he can hold on to this and not get caught on the crosshair by Mainstream. And he survives.
He does survive for now, but they know exactly where he is, and the chase is still on. And he's also getting boxed in from Gormango there. And yeah, there you have it. It is going to be no save for enemy, and it will be SiNister making 11-12. And enemy's money is still not really that great. Oh, yeah, they could force something together, but I doubt they do. I think they just have to take a save here. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, this is a force buy situation. The score is different. Like, SiNister's ahead and going for map point. But in this situation, yeah, the save is the appropriate call. You know, let it go 12-12. Make sure you get a full healthy buy next round. You've had a pretty good CT side so far, except for, like, these last 4 rounds. They've lost 3 of the 4. So, yeah, they definitely could get back into it, though. So, good move here from enemy to take the double save and make sure they got their money right for the future.
Round 24, Team SiNister has a large advantage here with guns in their hands. They should be able to tie this up, make this a 12-12 game. And I'm feeling more and more like my prediction is coming correct here. We're just going to go back and forth. We're going to go probably down to the final round of regulation here to find out who's going to win this one. And that's good on SiNister here, making these games really tight, except for map number 1 where they absolutely dominated enemy. But otherwise, making the last 2 maps pretty tight here. Not allowing the heavily favored enemy to be able to just walk away with this win.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's going to come down to the wire once again, just like Inferno did. You know, unless the enemy somehow pulls out some kind of crazy save round win here with all these P250s and 5.7s. We have Anomaly with the Deagle playing the edge of the smoke, able to find one, but that's going to be it. Didn't really expect much out of this anyway, to be honest. And SiNister, not to disappoint, will put it at 12 all. But, you know, now enemy going to be back in good money here. See what they can put together.
So all tied up at 12-12. And remember, guys, you're watching CEVO Season 7 main upper bracket finals. Winner will go directly into the grand finals for main for CEVO Season 7. Loser this has to go into the lower bracket and try and fight their way out. So now enemy going for a fast cat play here with guns in their hands. They're going to go for the boost, actually. Yeah. Oh, Kusta missed the jump. Now he's got to try and get back on his head. So that early advantage, it still might pay off, though. They're going to be trying to boost up on Camwalk to look down into lower B. He ends up missing his initial shot, so he's got to fall off now because they could easily re-peek him. But this nade might gain a lot, and yes, it does. Gormango goes all the way down to 18 from that grenade. That was a big nade coming out from Rio.
Indeed, it was. And I mean, it's so tight here. I mean, a minute left on the clock. We've seen a lot of damage being given to SiNister, but no kills quite yet, as we do see SiNister trying to, work some numbers here at mid and cat. Sin holding the long A, just holding that corner with the op, but Enemy have pretty much forfeited long. They're playing double cat, and they're leaving Kusta to kind of watch it with the op from the platform. ZNF and Uber both playing inside B. ZNF kind of spotting mid from the doors, but yeah, a lot rides on whether Kusta holds this long attack if it comes, or what happens with Ryu and Anomaly here on this double cat setup. Those are the two big factors, and it looks like Kusta will be the first to be tested.
He ends up hitting his initial shot. Got to look towards pit. The op has made it down in that direction. That's going to be Sin in the pit right now. Todor's going to try and work his way across. He will get across. He's got a good angle on Kusta and punishes him. The other CT's not able to make his way out yet. And he actually gets taken down by Sin. So, and Mainstream works his way up. That's a good opener for them. Now there's only going to be Uber and ZNF left alive. Uber works his way down to the spawn. His legs get spotted there by the op. The op tries to drop down. He will back away safely. Should be able to save his rifle unless Sin goes on a very large hunt here to try and get them. But Sin looks like they're going to regain the lead here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should regain the lead.
It all comes down to, I mean, yeah, Kusa gets the initial pick, that's great, but Todar able to make it up the A ramp and get the kill, and then, Ryu and company who are playing that aggressive cat, they get caught, and I mean, Enemy's not even positioned with their other two players to try to make a retake attempt, and then they tried to save, they're unable to do so. And so now all of a sudden, SiNister have won the last 4 rounds in a row, the last 5 of 6 to take a 1-round lead here at the end of the game, and Enemy forced to save yet again, in order to be able to buy up to contest SiNister when they go from that point. So this is, like I said, once again, coming down to the wire. We avoided overtime on Inferno, but only just slightly. This map, it could be a very similar story.
Yeah, Enemy going to be back onto a save here, so this is going to be rough. So SiNister should, if they can pick up this round on a good anti-eco here, not drop too many players, they should set themselves up well. Make this a 14-12. See how Enemy's money looks. They're going to be on max loss bonus, so they'll be able to buy no matter what next round. Let's see if they can change the tide here and keep this game really close, as it has been all maps so far. And SiNister picking up good frags. ZNF and Ryu are going to be the last ones left. Ryu, last ones left. There goes ZNF. So now it's all up to Ryu here. He's going to be 63 HP. The number 9 man gets picked up by Gormango. That will make it 14-12. Enemy back onto a bye though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what Enemy could do here. I mean, to turn things back around for themselves. Like they've been able to hold off the mid B pretty decently. It's really kind of come down to this long A, being able to get Kusta. Even though he's actually top fragging for the team, he's done well. I think maybe put his op like on cat or something. Go for the cat pick and commit 2 rifles long. But no, they're actually just going to go to a double op setup. So ZNF will have his op over towards the B side of the map, and of course it will be Kusta. And yeah, they are setting up more aggressively at least. They're not just leaving on plat. They're committing himself and Anomaly to long A. And last time they did this, they did a lot of damage to a deal that they didn't actually kill him, but maybe Kusa can get it this time, and he does. So this is a better start here for Enemy for sure. They have a lot more map control on top of the opening pick, and that's going to make it a much harder for SiNister to recover as they did last round.
And it looks like they're going for another pause at the end of this round as ZNF is able to take down Todor, and Mainstream's going to try and peek his way out. He finally hits the shot. A little bit of a spray there, kind of hairy. ZNF was almost able to reload that rifle and get another shot off onto him. And they're going to even it out a little bit. Still 1-man advantage for Enemy, but thanks to Mainstream, he's got this close, making this a 4-on-3 instead of a 5-on-3.
Yeah, so we are going to see Sin with this bomb here at Cat. Mainstream was attacking it, but now he's kind of transitioning back, and it looks like they will take the bomb here, B tunnel. So it's going to be up to Uber. And so he's going to have that rifle at the back of the plat. Ryu has already started to make his rotation as well, though, in the CT spawn.
Uber's going to be in the back. Gormango hits the headshot on him, so Sin is turning this around. They've evened things out here. They just have to be careful. Oh, Sin almost gets caught out by Ryu there. And Anomaly does hit the shot on Gormango. They know one's behind the double stack. They're just looking for him. Ryu is able to work his way in, just watching that double stack. And there goes Sin, and Enemy is able to pick that round up for themselves. Get some guns out of it. They're going to be able to save. They're saving both ops. Yes, they're going to save both ops. Go forward. That makes it 14-13 in favor of SiNister. Let's check their economy. They're stacked. They're going to be able to buy out for the rest of the game. But
yeah, I mean,
Enemy, tough position though.
Yeah, I mean, they're the ones that are a little bit more under fire because if their money gets reset, whenever like SiNister gets map point and goes on for the victory, they're not going to have a whole lot to work with, man. I mean, luckily Ryu and ZNF and Kusta have a little bit of bank, so maybe they can drop something, but it still wouldn't be like a super comfortable buy. So they're still like they're still in a kind of a little bit of a fragile situation, I guess is how I'll leave it. But I like that much better from Enemy. You know, really kind of putting Kusta in a more aggressive position with the op in order to take more map control, either cat or long A. That time it was long A. It worked out wonders for them because Kusta's been pretty good at getting initial kills, but he always gets like taken out immediately. Like he never has like those multi-frag rounds or doesn't stay alive later on in the round because eventually someone else trades him out. So being able to keep him alive the whole time, that was big. And Enemy being able, like I said, it's just more map control, more fluidity to their rotations, helped them out a lot that round. And they close it once again to a 1-round gap. And Mainstream once again leaving us and causing a pause.
Restarting routers. This is probably going to take a few minutes here, guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to go on to a break while we wait for Mainstream to get back into the server. Once he's back in the server, the game's about to go live. We will go back into it in round 28 with SiNister only up by 1 round over Enemy.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here. And we are unpaused. 14-13 situation still here in favor of SiNister after being able to win the last 6 of 7, but Enemy did put that last one away to at least, you know, kind of keep in the hunt here. Sin, though, going to get the opening op headshot frag, and we do have ourselves a 5-on-4. We see Anomaly trying to get aggressive here at the long A, but Adil is going to pick him up, and we are going to see the reaction here from SiNister to be to try to start marching up the long A with the deal, as well as having 3 on the catwalk as they start the press. No one really in position here. Very awkward positioning for Enemy. Ryu and ZNF and Uber all kind of stuck in CT spawn, forced to concede the A bomb site, and now they have to start thinking, do we want to retake here, or do we just want to kind of save these guns and kind of play for OT, because the money is quite tight for Enemy. So this is a tough decision to make. I know you don't want to concede and force yourself to do an overtime situation again, but like I said, money's tight, and this is going to be way tough to retake. And with that kill, oh, I don't know, man. I feel like they just need to try to... It's too late, though. I feel like they already lost too much. Now it's better for Ryu to try to take some guns down.
Yeah, finally, Gormango takes him down at the end of things. That's Team SiNister grabbing that match point here against Enemy. So 15-13, Enemy very weak on economy. This is going to be rough. This is probably going to be the end of it here, round 29, unless this very broken buyout coming from Enemy can save them somehow.
Yeah, man, it's definitely not looking good here at all for Enemy. You know, they don't even have a whole lot to work with this particular round. That's why I was kind of thinking maybe, just maybe, you save those 3 guns and not go for the retake. But it was a 3v4. There was still a chance, I suppose. They tried, and it just didn't work out. And so now they're forced to play out what could be the last round of the game without much to work with. And Mainstream already finding some damage there onto Uber inside that B bomb site to help open things up a little bit. And Uber upset about it.
Yeah, definitely not happy with what's happening here. And I mean, this is looking a little rough here. I mean, a greatly favored Team Enemy is looking like they're going to go down to Team SiNister, which, oh man, that's a rough look here. But SiNister playing well. I mean, they absolutely dominated on map number 1. So here comes the stack trying to work their way up catwalk. Ryu is able to hit the first one. Gormango and Todor are able to trade those frags out, though. So it's going to be a 4 versus 3. 2 FAMASas and a scout up in the hands of the EnemyGG players. And the A bomb site is officially taken, so they're going to have to play for this 3-man retake attempt. That's not going to be easy to make happen.
No, not at all. I mean, 4v3 bombs already down. It's planted actually for Cat because Gormango's there, but look at him just pressing there. He catches ZNF. So now it's just going to be up to Kusta and Uber here. Uber coming CT spawn, Kusta pushing to the smoke on Cat, but Gormango in kind of an awkward angle that might not get checked. And boom, there it is. 1 tap from Gormango to end the round, and a close game, 16-13, very similar to Inferno, which is also quite close at 16-14, but it really was just SiNister. You know, I think they won like 9 of the last 10 rounds or 8 of the last 9 rounds. They really just started picking things up. I mean, Enemy had like an early lead going on in the second half, you know, recovered well, but I mean, it was just all SiNister all day towards the end of that second half.
Yeah, definitely. SiNister ended up taking control of that game, even though it was really close. They ended up bringing it down and getting it done in around 29. So getting dangerously close to possibly being or possibly being an overtime, being real close to it. But SiNister ends up walking away with it. So congratulations to SiNister for making it into the CEVO Season 7 main grand finals. And we're going to see Enemy later on in the lower bracket, yeah, in the lower bracket, trying to work
Yeah.
their way forward. I mean, they still have a chance. They're not out of it yet. I mean, they're actually going to go down and play the winner of the Mortality Esports Incursion game, which I believe that should have been played today.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
It
If
was
not, I
Incursion
think.
forfeited. Wow.
Oh, wow, that's
Wow.
you make it all the way to the lower bracket semifinals and drop. Wow, that sucks.
Because
So
they
yeah, it's
forfeited an upper bracket game too, actually.
wow, that's really unfortunate to see them make it so far and then just forfeit out. That's really tough. I don't know if like the team died or something like that, but regardless, I mean, yeah, we are going to see Enemy take on Mortality lower bracket finals, and then
Yeah.
obviously the grand finals will be the winner of that game taking on SiNister. And I have a good feeling that the Enemy has a good chance to make a return here to the grand finals. They've played really well in all their online play recently. They've been kind of one of the top amateur teams, so to speak, and are semi-pro teams in CS:GO lately. So I think their chances are still pretty good, but some tough losses tonight. Definitely that Mirage game was a huge loss, but I mean D2 is a heartbreaker as a close game, but it is SiNister who takes it and moves on. But I think that pretty much does it for tonight, man. We've had a long night. But we will be back to doing some casting on Sunday. So definitely follow up and stay tuned for that on Sunday. Also, obviously, the LAN right around the corner, just a couple of weeks away. And all that stuff will be streamed here as well. So definitely give us a follow. Give us casters a follow if you want to show us some support at Dustmoret, at Misled138. We'd appreciate that as well. And that's it for me, Misled. Go ahead and take it away, man.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. And as Dust said, that's going to be it for us. We're going to get out of here, but make sure you guys stay tuned. More games coming for CEVO main in EU and North American division. So have a good night, everybody, and we will catch you again very soon.